I'm a freaking novice. Okay. I don't know what the frig I'm doing. And I'm supposed to have a cage match with Ric Flair. Okay. Like, come on. Who's kidding who? Right.
Yeah.
So, bro, they put the cage up at the power plant. They put it up at the power plant so I could go through the match with Flair. So I go to the power plant. Flair's there. Bro, he walks me through the match A to Z. I am not kidding you, in less than 10 minutes. Bro, you know it was 25 years ago today? Not Sgt. Pepper told the band to play. You know it was 25 years ago today.
What's that?
Russo, Bischoff, WCW.
Whoa.
Really? That was
happy anniversary, boys.
25 years ago. That's amazing to me, man. That's crazy, bro.
How's that feel, man? 25 years after that.
Crazy.
A quarter of a century. That's
unbelievable. Amazing. Crazy.
I was having a conversation with somebody recently of like, COVID was a half a decade ago. Like, just think about just time just flying like that, man.
It is flying.
COVID was a half a decade ago, man. So you just got to maximize your days. Carpe diem is one of my favorite things to say, man. Got to seize the day. So,
yeah.
EC3, you got something. You got like a wise man type of pose there, man. You got some thoughts there?
No, but I'm writing a book.
You are writing a book. I want you to plug. Away just random plugs of your book. I love it. Just
yeah. Today I just finished one. It didn't intend to be this, but I just finished 25,000 words on politics within wrestling and life and business on Machiavelli. Like we kind of talked about 25,000 words. I was like, what the? What an exhaustion. And I was going to be the original draft I had was like, 4 paragraphs. But now I'm making comparisons of wrestlers. Like, oh shit, I just wrote like why Frank Underwood is this master manipulator and how he applies these things in politics. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know. I'm creating, guys.
Yeah, just free flowing, man. Absolutely. Yeah, free flowing. Be in your flow state, my man. So much beautiful work is done in your flow state for sure. So
yeah, if you like unnecessary jokes about serious subjects, you're gonna love this book.
All right, so let's talk about Kevin Owens. Unfortunately, we missed WrestleMania with a real life injury, but he's in the news for something else as well. Matt Riddle spoke up about him. Riddle says, but then when I think about who's harder to maybe work with, I would have to say Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens. It's hard to put a complete sentence together with those guys, if you know what I'm saying. Owens fired back and said, I have nothing against him at all, but he's a guy who had really amazing opportunities handed to him, like being Randy's tag team partner for so long and basically getting to ride the coattails of a legend. And he managed to screw it all up, not because of his abilities, because he's talented and athletic, but because of his own attitude and poor choices. So for him to say that we're hard to work with or whatever it is, and he couldn't get a word in, there's a pretty good reason for that. Like you look at his track record, you look at our track record. So you were there during the Riddle days, EC3. How was Matt Riddle to there? Because he was in NXT too, I believe, when you were there.
Yeah, when I was going up to the main roster, he was coming in, and I think we did a couple tag matches on live events, and so fairly easy. I think there's a really cool picture of like a bunch of us after a 6-man with like Riddles in it, I'm in it, Dreams in it. I think I forget the Boom, baby. Adam Cole,
Undisputed.
Yeah.
Undisputed.
So I remember it was like a real good 6-man live event kind of thing, and that was cool. Riddle, man, he's a jovial chap. I've enjoyed. What are you thinking? I've enjoyed conversations with him. I've never worked against him. I've never put anything together with him. But I think if I were to, we'd have a good vibe, and we'd do so well, and we do so easily. Now, I've wrestled on shit. I never worked with Kevin nor Sammy. Some people really go off flow and feel, and some people are very particular and intricate with calling everything. So I think they tend to lean on calling a lot, and they're, proud of their work, and they want it to be the best it possibly can. And for them to do that, they tend to structure everything to a T, while others tend to kind of go with what's happening. So having not worked against them, I don't think I've even tagged with them. I've never been through that process, but I can see that. So there's just two different trains of thought, and here they collide, and now we're talking about it. So if you can, I hope that was a good answer, and perhaps I can answer more based on questions.
I think it was a good answer, because as you were talking, I was thinking for every Flair there's a Savage, right? Like Flair was known for being on the fly, like let's not talk about anything, let's just shoot from the hip in the ring. And Savage was meticulous. Every single little bitty nook and cranny. Let's map this whole thing out. I remember, I'm cool with Ricky Steamboat, and he was talking about just how it took forever for their match at WrestleMania 3 to be put together, because they was just wanting every single. I mean, it was beautiful how it turned out, but every single nook and cranny between them. And so it seems like that's an Owen Zayn type of vibe with the two of them too.
Did Steamboat tell you, like, the WrestleMania match, like, Savage had it listed and it was like 82,
right?
Reverse hammerlock, 83. Reverse hammerlock, like just
84 armbar.
Yeah.
Bro, you want to hear something funny? I swear to God, that's so right, Chris, because I was supposed to, bro, come on. I'm a freaking novice, okay? I don't know what the frig I'm doing, and I'm supposed to have a cage match with Ric Flair, okay? Like, come on. Who's kidding who, right? Yeah. So, bro, they put the cage up at the power plant. They put it up at the power plant so I could go through the match with Flair. So I go to the power plant. Flair's there. Bro, he walks me through the match A to Z. I am not kidding you, in less than 10 minutes. Yep. And I'm trying to register everything he's saying. So, bro, he's done. And I'm like, okay, let's go over that one more time. And I swear to God, he's like, what do you mean? I said, let's go over that. He goes, we just went over it. And I'm like, I didn't say anything. And we didn't go over it again. But, bro, like, seriously, like, bro, but Chris, you're dead on. One time, he would not go through with me again, man.
Yeah. I have a story from this weekend. I was on an independent in BFE, somewhere, whatever, Arkansas. Yeah, that's a state. And wrestling Brandon Groom. So his name's got mentioned, and now he'll be excited. But we had a, quote, Mulberry Street fight, because I've pestered him before in the past. So we're having a Mulberry Street fight. Dude, it was like a hot crowd. It was fun, Southern wrestling. And like putting it, I'm very much on the ladder where I'll visualize the things and I'll have a couple ideas, and like, we'll get to here, we'll get to here, we'll get to here, and we'll do this. And then the rest, like, let's feel it, we'll walk and talk, listen. And, he's nervous and he wants to impress and he wants to get in the NWA, so he wants to have a good match. I'm like, you want to have a good match? Then just make me happy and don't talk to me again until we're done. But we have a good Mulberry Street fight. So much so that, I've been on really big shows with really big moments. And when the finish happened, I was like, yeah, that was cool. That was fun. I had fun doing it, right? Rarely do I do that. So get into the back, and then he's, everybody's so overly critical, overanalyzing. Oh, well, I could have done this. I'm like, stop. Who cares? Nobody cares. Blah, 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 blah. But then he said something. Yeah, maybe next time, after I'm just putting this match over and putting him over, my advice to him was, dude, you're an excellent pro wrestler, but you're absolutely terrible at being an indie wrestler, because when he's doing pro wrestling, he's great. When he's trying to be an indie wrestler, it's trash. But after the match, he goes, yeah, I just, this one thing, like, next time we work, I'd like to walk through it. And it's like when Jackie Moon got called a jive turkey, I was like, what did you say? I was like, yeah, we'll walk through it. Like, after being with me for 2 days and hearing me rant and rave and all that blah, 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 you expect me to walk through it? I called that match in 5 minutes, and I sat there and I thought, like, no, call for it. And then he said, well, that's what everyone does when they go to the NWA. And everybody? And I was like, it's like the most offensive thing I've ever heard. Because no, not everybody. People need to intend to and want to walk through. That's fine if you want to. Not me, okay? I don't. Not everybody, because I'm good enough not to. In fact, I'm fantastic enough. I'm great. I follow my intuition. I follow my heart. I can hear the crowd and I can pace these things. So no, not everybody. How dare you? Then I got real mad because, like, don't you comparing me to everybody? Oh, I'm a psychopath and I'm super demented with my narcissism, so do not compare me, especially the NWA roster. Comparing me to them. Oh, that's what you do to NXT. Did they? No. Maybe a ladder match, we walked through a couple things, but so I got mad. So I'm the other camp.
I'll never forget, I was there, okay, prior to Shane's first WrestleMania against Sean Waltman. Shane wrote out the entire match. Imagine this now. His first match ever, Sean Waltman's been wrestling for well over 10 years. He wrote out the entire match and handed to X-Pac. I was there, bro. I will never forget the look. Because, bro, if it was not the boss's kid, forget about it. But Shane wrote out his first match. He wrote out every single. Oh my God, bro!
Didn't DDP in the WWE run, like I think this is a story. Correct me comment below if I'm wrong or if I'm right. DDP had that thing going with the Undertaker, and they were having their first match, and DDP was writing it, and I think he's in the locker room with Triple H, and Triple H's like, "What are you writing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm writing out the match for Taker," and he's like, "Don't show him."
Yeah.
He's like, "What do you mean? Just don't." And he goes, okay. Then he's DDP, and he probably had a big grin on his face, and he's full of positivity, and he goes up to Taker. He's like, probably said that. So I got our match, and I was like, what would Taker? Probably just ripped it up. Correct me if I'm wrong if that's not the story, but there's elements of truth to that one.
It sounds very, very truthful.
Sure does.
So, Mark, I was thinking being a is awesome.
Sounds like some Taker would do, I imagine.